Hi guys, welcome back. We have made it to the final workout of our Hot for Summer series. So we're wrapping things up with a total body workout that's going to be completely down on the mat, focusing on a bit of mat toning. So for this workout, you will need a light set of hand weights as well as an optional ankle weight for a little bit more burn. So if you have those, grab them, roll out your mat, and let's go. Hi guys, welcome back. It's the final week of Hot for Summer, and this is the last workout. So this is the last workout of the series, which means after this I'm going to be taking a bit of a break from filming over the summer, and I'll be back in September. But you have this month's workouts to enjoy. I'll have the playlist with all the workouts linked down below so you can catch up on everything there in case you missed everything. But as it's the second workout of the week, this is our mat-based toning, using a couple pieces of equipment. So I've got light weights, light ankle weight. Of course, that is optional, but it does add a little bit of a burn. Really quickly before we get going here, so just a reminder that over the summer, part of the reason I won't be filming is because I'm going to be dedicating all of my workout capacity to doing my 28-day workout program, the Hustle and Flow Guide, and through the end of June. So as you're seeing this, if you're seeing it when it goes up, you'll have, I think, one more day left. You can get a 15% discount on my workout program using the code SUMMER15. So it'll be just €34 for your full month of workouts that you can repeat anytime you want to. And also, you can still catch up with me over the summer. I'll be active over on Instagram, and that's just F2D Fitness. So, yep, that's where you can find me over the summer. But let's get cracking into this one. So, starting with a warm-up, because of course we're going to start with a warm-up. Coming up into plank, nice simple one here. You're just going to be doing a tuck in. We're gonna step the foot actually between the hands, so you really have to tuck in there. And then we're going to release one hand, reach it up, take a twist. We'll just alternate sides there. So making sure you get the heel down each time. We've got 1 minute of these. Here we go. And my apologies if you can hear the cats in the background. They're in fine form this morning, and by fine form, I mean what you might be hearing, which is just Luna's incessant growling, because Leo is going after her. So as I said, make sure heel is coming all the way down each time. If you're just going like this, that's not it. It's got to tuck all the way in. So use your lower abs, tuck in. Keep shoulders over wrists. If you need to, you can make it a little bit easier by stepping the foot to the outside of the hand. That'll just give you a little bit more space in the hips, so you won't have to use quite as much ab. All right, let's do last one here. And then you're gonna come onto the knees. So second little part of the warm up here, knees about shoulder distance apart. You're gonna sit the butt back halfway, stay there. We're gonna tuck butt under, release butt, come all the way up. I'm gonna show you from the side here as well. Hello, there's the man of the hour. So halfway down, tuck, release, squeeze butt to come all the way up. So it's a little mat squat with a tuck. We stay down there for that tuck. So you should be feeling both the fronts and the backs of the legs getting nice and juicy on these. Squeezing the butt tight in both the tuck, and then of course as you come all the way up. Leo just will not quit. There they go. There's a little action shot. Leo, buddy. He gets this way sometimes. Last one here. I know you guys are used to seeing Leo's very cute cuddly side, but this is the other side of the beast. All right, if you're using an ankle weight here, we are going to put that sucker on. So I'm gonna start with the ankle weight around left ankle. Do her up nice and tight. There we go. All right, coming to hands and knees here. We're just gonna be doing 3 things in this quadruped position. Well, to start with, knee is gonna be bent for this first one, keeping a nice flat back, tailbone tucked. We're gonna do 1, 2, little pulse, touch knee back down. We've got 1 minute of these. We'll just move through things right in a row. It's not gonna be too complicated. Here we go. So 1, 2, squeeze, squeeze, touch down. Really trying to keep the hips in neutral here and keep these nice and slow. If you feel that right hip going over to the right side, which you very well may do, think about pushing the right hip a little bit over to the left, more into center, so we don't end up just collapsing over to that right side. You can also think of putting a little bit more weight into the left hand. Find that tight squeeze at the top each time. So that pulse is not an opportunity to release, it's an opportunity to squeeze it a little bit tighter. So just think about how you are using it. All right, is that it? Have the cats calmed down? I don't know. You'll notice Layla's never involved in the chaos. She's our good girl. All right, next one, you're gonna keep it up. We're just gonna keep knee level. We're going to extend, do a little baby extension at the end, curl it back in. In fact, let's do this with foot flex. So 1 little mini push, curl back in, heel to butt. Moving nice and slowly. Again, think of pushing the right hip in the center, really going all the way on the curl as well as the extension. So both ends of that are important. Don't cheat either one. And that little mini extension at the end, it's just a tiny little micro bend in the knee. We're not going back to a full bend of the knee. It's either a baby bend or it is the full thing where we're squeezing heel as tight to the butt as we possibly can. So we'll just have one more thing here with the leg after this one. Last one here, you're gonna keep the leg long. Let's go back to toes pointed, touch all the way down the floor, straight leg, lift, pulse, touch it down. So 1, 2, now we're keeping that leg locked as straight as possible. So there should be no movement at all at the knee or the ankle. That's just one strong straight line, crown of the head, through the toes. Keep pulling up from the navel, so we always want to stay supported from the abs so that the back doesn't end up doing it. And really just focus on squeezing the glute as tight as you can. So I've been making a really conscious effort while doing these lately to not use the hips. It's so easy to use the hips. I mean, you'll definitely still get a workout, but I'm really trying to keep hips neutral here and not use them. Last one here, and release down. Okay, I'm gonna stop the timer there for a second. Keep the ankle weight there on that left ankle. We're gonna grab one of the weights just here on the right, and actually I'm gonna flip the other direction so you can see what's happening here with the arm. So still in this quadruped position, we're gonna extend left leg up, we're gonna keep it there, and then we're gonna be doing a tricep lift. So arm is nice and narrow, palm is turned in toward you, you're squeezing all the way from the top, from the shoulder blade. We got 1 minute of these, followed by a kickback. So 2 minutes total. All right, lift up that left leg. We start in 3, 2, 1. Pulling in from the navel, arm stays straight. Exhale, lift, inhale, release. Exhale, lift, inhale, release. So I know that we're focusing on the arm here, but let's give just a little bit of tension to that left leg. Make sure you're keeping it lifted and that it's not just slowly sinking down. So you got to keep a squeeze on the left glute. And this is a whole bunch of core work too. So this is where we end up doing a bunch of core stability because you've really got to keep abs tight to not fall out of this one. Just adds a little something, something. Keep that right arm nice and straight and make sure you're lifting high enough here. So it does have to come above the line of the torso. If you're only lifting to the line of the torso, you're not gonna get enough. So don't cheat it. Next one we're gonna hold. Keep that elbow high. We inhale, bend. Whew. Exhale, extend. Still just keeping that left leg lifted. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Right glute is working hard to support. Left glute is working hard to keep that leg up. Left shoulder supporting. Right arm is working. Abs are working. Everything's working is the point here. Keeping neck nice and long. Avoid looking underneath like this. Sometimes I see this happen. It's not that interesting under there, I promise. Well, I don't know, maybe it is. Make sure elbow's not coming down. So if that shoulder sinks forward like this is not the move, okay? That is a sad imitation of the actual move. Don't do any sad imitations. Keep it high, keep it controlled. Last one here, and whoo, release. There we go. Okay. So we're actually not going straight to the other side. We're going to remove the ankle weight though. So for now, chow for now, ankle weight, and you're gonna grab your second weight. So both weights here are coming into play. We're gonna be doing a little bit of bridge work because of course we are in a total body mat series. So feet are gonna be planted here about hip distance apart. You're gonna be holding the weights together as if you were just holding one bigger weight. Arms will start overhead. As you lift the hips into bridge, we're gonna bring arms forward. That's the move, 1 minute here, and then we'll pulse it for a minute. So starting in 3, 2, 1. All right. Exhale, lift, squeeze, pause at the top. Inhale, controlled, release. Arms go back overhead. So you might be feeling a little bit of residual tricep. Also glutes. But it's a nice one just to even everything out, rebalance it. Also, I'm just realizing I set up so close to the wall right now, like even closer than I normally do. I don't know why I've done that. It's making me feel very claustrophobic. Ay. What have I done? Keep going here. Should be just about there. Yeah, we're just about there. In fact, I think one more. This next one we'll hold on to, and you're just gonna pulse with the glutes. Now, with the arms here, you can bring hands slightly farther overhead. That's gonna be a little bit harder to support, or a little bit milder to keep them more over the chest. So have a little play there. Full squeeze the glutes each time. So remember, it's just a tiny little baby release. And then we're squeezing it back up, pressing down with the abs. And every time you do these, it shouldn't even feel like the same exercise as you do these every time. Every time you visit these, it should feel like you're squeezing a little bit more out of it. You know what I'm saying? How are we doing here? Okay. Keep it going. I know, knowingly I have to lift to look at the timer. If only I had a timer on the ceiling. Few more seconds here. Woo. Here's 3, 2, 1, and release. Okie dokie. Go ahead, extend legs all the way out long here. Do a little ab interlude. Again, you're gonna be holding the weights together here, and I want you to keep them in as close to the chest as possible. So we're gonna be doing a roll up. I would like you to keep the weights in tight like that, rather than reaching away from you. It's gonna make it a little harder. Hey buddy, have you calmed down now? But it's not just a regular roll up. We're gonna be doing a bent jackknife. So every time you roll up, knee tucks into the weights. We release back down. 1 full minute of these, alternating sides in 3, 2, 1. Hi, my love. Hi, my love. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'll just come down that far. Look at me. Now I'm screwed up the legs. Oh my goodness. What's going on? Excuse me. Okay. Well, this is what mine looks like. I'm doing the best I can with the cat that has been given to me right now. Oh my goodness. What are you like? What is this? So now you get to see his cute side again. He just switches back and forth. We call him Dr. Jekyll, last one here, and Mr. Sesta. Mr. Sesta is one of his nicknames. Go ahead, sit up. We're going to start all over. Start all over again on the other side. But yeah, so this is, currently he's being Mr. Sesta. He'll probably transition into Dr. Jekyll again at some point. It's pretty fast. All right, we're going to start from the top. So ankle weight returns, bring it around the right ankle. So I'll start, again, facing this way just so you can see the leg, and then I'll flip around as we go. I wish I could look at him, but in this direction we can't. So those three little things here, with lower body from quadruped position, we start with a bent knee lift and pulse in 3, 2, 1. So lift, lift, and touchdown. 1, 2, and touchdown. So really, really finding the control in the glute. Again, I'm trying not to let my hips help out, though it will give a bigger range. I'm really trying to keep my hips pressed down. Keep that tuck of the tailbone. And just squeeze the glutes for all they're worth. Hi, buddy. Oh, this guy. See, the thing is, it's actually not that terribly hot in here, which means he has energy to go bananas. One more here, we're gonna keep the next one lifted. Let's flex the foot. We extend, a little baby extension, full curl back in, keeping the high. So 1, 2, curl it back in. Long line of energy as you extend, heel through crown of the head. 1, 2, curl it in, pushing that left hip over into center. I find this side a little bit harder because it's my left side supporting, my non-dominant side supporting, and it's just not as good at that job as the right is. Let's be honest. It has a bit of a harder time. So yeah, I'm much more inclined to use the hips on this side than I am on the other. For that reason, I feel like he might be a little bit in the way for the next one, but I'm gonna make it work. Last one here. Point the toes. You're gonna lower down. 1, 2, and lower. Okay. I don't advise, like I said, looking underneath. This time though, it turns out it actually is pretty interesting back under there. So we'll tap on the head. I'm just knighting him. That's it. Sir, Mr. Sesta. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Sesta. You're probably like, why do you call him Mr. Sesta? It's actually the most commonly used nickname that we use for him. I don't know. Why does anybody call anybody anything? How do these things start? Like several years ago, I think it was the first year we had him, when he was, hi buddy, when he was just a little tiny baby guy. My partner got like a Christmas hamper from work, which in Spain they're called cestas. Last one there. I'm gonna flip to the other side, grab my weight. Yeah, they're called cestas, and he was obsessed with it. So I just started calling him Mr. Sesta. And somehow that has stuck. So that's what we call him usually. All right, so right leg's gonna stay lifted. We've got the straight tricep lift followed by the kick back in 3, 2, 1. So boom, straight lift up. He might be turning back into Dr. Jekyll as we speak. No, he's not. He's hunting insects. Luna's just getting a little riled up. Sometimes Luna does kind of instigate it. She denies it, but I've seen Luna instigate it. So don't feel sorry for her all the time. But he is twice her size. Might not look like it because they're, long-haired. But he is twice her size. Is he twice her size? No, not quite. No, he's not quite twice her size. Layla is actually twice Leo's size though, because Leo is 5 kilos and Layla is 10. Leo is actually very, very small for a Siberian. If you guys are familiar with Siberian cats, keep this next one up. We curl, extend, keeping left elbow high. Oh my God. Squeeze the butt really tight from both sides. Keep pulling in from the abs. Woo, this one's getting me. But yeah, he's actually quite a small Siberian. And Layla, if you're familiar with Maine Coons, it is a very large breed cat, but she is large. She is a queen among Maine Coons because she's actually her size right now, which is potentially not the full grown size, is actually at the large end of male Maine Coons, fully grown. So she's a big, big girl. Oh man, I have to think about the cats to get me through this. Give me strength, cats. Last one here, and release. Okay, whew, thankfully we're done with those. And that means we're done with the ankle weight permanently. Goodbye. Ciao, ciao forever this time. All right, we're gonna get back into our bridge lifts again. We're just gonna change it slightly this time. So instead of a classic bridge lift, which focuses a little bit more on the glutes, we're gonna be doing a more extended bridge lift. Arms are gonna be doing exactly the same thing. We're just gonna step feet a bit farther out, still hip distance apart. We're gonna do heels down, toes up. These are gonna get hard, I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, we start here in 3, 2, 1. So arms start overhead as we lift. Oh, yeah, after that ankle weight series, these are not the most fun I've ever had, but we are almost finished with this workout. And it's been kind of a fun little jamboree, I think, for total body. We've just worked our way all around, all the way around. Nice and controlled here from the shoulders, from the hips. Yep, and this is gonna bring us into summer. Does anybody have exciting plans for summer? Any travel? I know I've mentioned a few times, we are traveling. In fact, as you're seeing this, next week, we're gonna be in Wales. Woohoo! So actually, last opportunity here, do a couple more here. If anybody is familiar with the Pembrokeshire region of Wales, hold it here, we pulse. Please let me know any recommendations, tips that you have. We will, of course, have a car, so we can get around. We can get around Pembrokeshire. So yeah, let me know if you have any recommendations. Last year, at the same time, we did Cornwall in England, and we loved that. So a few people had recommended Pembrokeshire, saying it was somewhat similar. I'm not gonna lie, do I think I'm gonna love it as much as Cornwall? No, I don't. We really loved Cornwall. There's just so much there. But I'm excited to enjoy some wild British beaches. It's just totally different from the beaches here in Spain. And I actually kind of prefer them. Whoa, controversial. Last one here, go ahead and release. All right, final little burn here for the abs. Legs are gonna start out long. We're doing that same roll up, but instead of single knee, it's double this time. So we're gonna be rolling up into a half boat. You can always lose the weights if you don't want them here. Otherwise, we're gonna keep them as close into the chest as possible. One little tip here, make sure that you've come up high enough with the chest before you add the legs that you'll be stable. Because sometimes what I see people do is they'll just do like a little bit here, then they'll bring the legs in and they're like, oh, I can't get up. No, you can't because your legs are blocking you. So start with a roll up. You could even fully separate, do a roll up and then legs in, but make sure you get all the way up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So lead from the chest. Once it's high enough that you'll be able to find your way the rest of the way up, only then legs can join. And as you progress these, so as you get stronger with them, you can bring that closer to the same time. So chest and legs moving a little bit more simultaneously. But for starting off, especially if you're having a hard time getting all the way up, lead with the chest. Do that part first. Let the legs come next. You could always go back to the single leg one as well. But yeah, make sure you're coming all the way up. Chest should be level to, if not slightly higher than the knees. But make sure that you're not just like collapsed in the torso with a high leg lift. I'll show you what I mean by that in this next one. So you don't want to be here. Make sure you're coming all the way up, lifting the chest. Give me one more good one. Whoop. And release. There we go. Goodbye weights. Goodbye ankle weight. Goodbye timer. Goodbye all of it. All right. Let's give it a stretch out here. So extend legs just long in front of you. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, take a forward fold. Push forward with the chest. And then go ahead, sit up tall here. Let's flip over to hands and knees. We're gonna kind of go back to, well, similar to what we did in our warm-up. We're gonna take a lizard. So from a modified plank position, step left foot to the outside of left hand. So we are going outside this time. We're gonna hang out here, have a little wiggle around, releasing hips, lower back. You could always drop down to the elbows here as well. And then go ahead, release, step back. Other side, steps wide. Again, you can have a little wiggle around. I'm wiggling right into the wall. Why did I set up so close to this wall? What was I playing at? How, why? I don't know. And then go ahead, step back there. Come just to hands and knees here. We'll just finish with a cat-cow. So inhale, hollow, shining the chest through. Oh, that just popped my shoulder. Excellent. Exhale around, tuck in, looking back toward the legs. Again, inhale, hollow. Exhale, round. One more time. Hollow. And around. Return to neutral, sit back on the heels, give yourself a pat on the back because that is us officially done with the Hot for Summer Series 2023. Like I said, if you missed any of the workouts from this series, check down below in the description box because I will have the complete playlist link there so you can catch up. And you can do it all summer if you want. Keep it going. I do recommend having air conditioning though, if you are somewhere where you have a very hot summer, because that cardio will get you. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great summer. Like I said, I'll be back here in September, so I will see you then. And in the meantime, I will see you over on Instagram. So if you like this one, of course, hit that like button. If you are not subscribed, please do so, and then you will be able to catch when we return in September. It'll be a big old jamboree. And let me know down below in the comments what you're looking forward to this summer. I'll see you guys back here soon. Bye.